What's up guys, Lucy Gaming Night here, bringing you guys a video about my school experiences and what did I did after school. So yeah, this video is going to be pointed at people who's not doing very good in school in general, and I'm just explaining to them about how to survive it, and yeah, and talk to you guys about my school experiences and pretty much what what I plan to do after this. Alright. So as you may know, school wasn't the best years for me, especially when it was in secondary school. It just things started to go downhill. Because I've been in school for about a good 9 years, and I did 3 years of primary school and another 6 years of secondary school. I'll tell you one thing: secondary school is like one of the hardest times of my life. Why? Because that time school was like getting onto me, and it just like started making my life very hard and making me like quite stressed out and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm gonna explain to you guys about like how did I achieve and how to not give up if you're not doing good in school. So yeah, so I'll explain to you first about my primary school life. Primary school for me, and if you also ask my friends, is like arguably like one of the best years of their lives, because primary school was like really good. You pretty much did jack shit in class. You just pretty much had a fun time, and there was like a loads of good field trips and stuff like that. If you guys are wondering what type of school I went to an international school. Yeah, for pretty much my whole life. And then before I went to international school, I was in kindergarten, stuff like that. So like pretty much those 3 years, good times, made some good friends, still chatting with them still to today, and yeah, pretty much life was going good until secondary came. Well, I'll sum up my whole experience of secondary school. Well, secondary school was a bit of both, I guess. Like academic wise, things wasn't good, but like however, like other side of like the things like school trips and like opportunities I was given in school were like the things I liked about that. Well, this is mainly going to be speaking about the academic side. So, yeah, so after year seven, after I reached year seven, like I started. So before I go into year seven, I started school in year three, and then finished primary school in year six. Then after from when I hit secondary, I was only there for like 5 or 6 years, like from 7 to 11. My maths is not that good because I failed it. Uh-huh. And yeah, so yeah, speaking about that, so year seven, um, school was, not, it was meh. It was like a bit of okay, not okay, okay. Because reason it wasn't okay because I almost had to repeat the year. Why is that? Because my grades wasn't that good. I wasn't trying enough in class, and like I had like problems with the teacher about me not trying enough, and yeah, that's and I was bullying people and stuff like that. I think that's what happened, I guess. So then after I got the news, I found out that I had to repeat the year for some various reasons. I decided to try my decided to work my butt off, I guess. Yeah, that's what you say. Because usually I only work hard when I get something really terrible news about like something about me having to repeat the year or something like that. And yeah, that's when I get the news about me having to repeat the year or something. That's the only time when I had to work hard. So yeah, so overall year seven was, yeah, it was alright, I guess. I had some good times, made some good friends there. What else? Went on uh, went went on this good field trip where it was in Ipoh, I think, for about a few. I can't remember how many nights or something, but yeah, we stayed there for a couple of nights. It was a good trip, and yeah. So moving on into year eight. Year eight, still the same as year seven. I almost had to repeat the year again. Grades weren't that good, and yeah, pretty much everything was quite shit. But then, yeah, and then I also got the news that I had to repeat the year. Worked hard again at when after I got the news, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Well, year eight overall was, yeah, pretty much same as year seven, except this time I had a bit of a better year because because we went on this really good field trip where we went to Tamanagara. Like it was really good. It was a good trip. Probably one of the best years I had in the school because of that trip. Because the people who you were with just made it really fun, I guess. That's why I liked the trip, and the people who were on the trip, like there was like good teachers I liked on the trip, just made the good trip good, and then just make it one of my memorable experiences in school, I guess. So yeah, so same old in year eight, except for like it was a bit better than year nine because of the Tamil trip. So yeah, and then year nine came along. Year nine, to be honest, I think it was about the same as. It was a bit worse than it was a bit worse than year eight. Why? Because year nine, it just got like like a level harder. It got really tough, and then like we had to do these couple of projects for geography, stuff like that. And then I just, how do I say, wasn't really into like those subjects because I don't really like geography back then. Because yeah, I didn't, to be honest, I don't really like anything in school. Yeah, so pretty much I wasn't like doing good in those subjects, geography, because our teacher asked us to do this like project where we went on this field trip to a shopping mall, and then we need to like do like several things, like I don't know, I can't remember what was it, but I know it was a project about that. Then afterwards, then after doing that, I was in, yeah, what was I gonna say? Yeah, pretty much that thing was like a failure to me, like that project in the whole. Because first of all, reason I didn't like that project because the group I was in was like pretty much full of girls, and then I didn't really get along with them. Then it just made me not, just made me demotivated. Then it forced my teacher to like had like one-on-one talks up with me after lessons and stuff like that, and he literally was like quite pissed off with me at the end and stuff like that. So yeah, so pretty much year nine was like quite a shit year, I guess, because of that reasons. Like it being, it required me to have step up my game a bit, and yeah, I just didn't really like it, I guess. So yeah, then moving on to year 10. Year 10 was probably arguably one of my worst years in school because GCSEs was around the corner, also known as O level. If you guys don't know what's GCSEs, I guess. Well, GCSEs, you just the main three subjects which you had to do were English, science, and maths. Those three, I really hated. But fun fact is, I didn't hate maths in my earlier years in my secondary school because I actually liked my teacher. My teacher was really, he was a really a cool guy, and I really liked him. But then unfortunately he left like after year nine or something. Yeah, I was quite sad about that. But yeah, I actually liked maths like back then. But then, yeah, I didn't really like maths when I was in GCSE because we barely did jack shit. My teacher wasn't that good, I guess. To be honest, yeah, that's pretty much it. And then first, and yeah, and also like a couple of things happened. Like I got kicked out of two subjects. I think I got kicked out of physics, man. Why did I get kicked out of physics? I'll tell you. I got 10% of my tests. Yep. Then literally my teacher just had enough of me, and then yeah, he just decided, all right, this boy can't do shit in physics, so you're out. I don't want to teach you anymore. Then I was like, and pretty much that back then that was like pretty much my happiest day of my life because I literally hated physics because I literally had didn't understand jack shit. And what the okay, crap. What's the grenade button? Fuck, I forgot. No, crap. Come here. Nice. What's the grenade button? H, right? G. No, what? Okay, forget about that. Yeah. So like I was saying, I was speaking about my physics. I didn't really like it because I didn't like my teacher. Then also that I think that was the reason why I got kicked out of physics, I guess. Then also year 10 was like a really horrible year because pretty much literally it was so bad that I almost got kicked out of the school that it forced me to do a test to like make me stay in the school, which I was quite glad they gave me that opportunity. But guess what? I'll get to that. So pretty much this the test was to make sure you pass it, then you stayed in the school. I guess that's pretty much it. And then I'll get to that bit later on, I guess. Okay. So how do I throw a grenade? Fuck. So yeah. So then that year. So overall, that year was just like really shit year. The subjects I was doing was media, DT, and stuff like that. Media was going okay. I wasn't trying my best in it, I guess. Then, then DT was not that good because I literally pissed off my teacher because I always handed in work late, like coursework and stuff late. So yeah. Then after a year, I dropped DT because it was quite hard, I guess. Then also overall that year, it was just a really shit year, I guess, because it was just a really tough year for me to handle everything. Then, but only positive I got out of that year was the end of the year trip, because I always like end of the year trips because that's the time when you have like good banter with your friends and stuff like that. And yeah, it was we went to Tioman for like for 5 days, 4 nights. Just it was just a really good trip, and I had a really fun time with people. Yeah, just people, I guess. And yeah, so moving on to year 11, that was like pretty much my last year of school. That was like my last year. I have to be in the shithole. And and surprisingly or not, year 11 was my best year of school I ever had. Wow, year 11. Why was that? Well, because year 11, like after I knew that like okay, this might be my last year of school. I have to make the best out of it. So I was just like thinking of, you know what, I have to start working hard like I never done before because I know exams are going to be at the end of the year. So I have to try to do this last guess to try and make school 1 year. At least you could say to your kids maybe one day that you actually had like a good year, one good year of school instead of like a shit year of school. So yeah. So fuck, where are these guys coming from? Okay. Fuck you. Have a grenade. What the? Boom. Okay, that killed them. Yeah, like I was saying, I wanted this year to be remembered for, because the past years was just me having to repeat the year and stuff like that. So yeah, so then I forgot to say at the end of year 10, I had to do the series of exams to stay in the school. So pretty much I had to revise for the summer, which was a pain in the ass. But then I'll cut to the chase. I failed those exams, but surprisingly they let me stay in the school, I guess, for some reason, I guess. Then yeah, and and back to continuing on, why was it a good year for me in like especially year 11? Well, year 11, it was a good year because that was like pretty much the only good year of school I had, because that was when grades were not good, but that's when all the teachers started to like me. Yeah, that's when all the teachers started to like me. Then after the teachers started to like me, things were going things were not going perfect at the time, but they were going all right. Even though it didn't show in my grades, but it was just going all right for me. It was all right. Then everything's cool, all right. But then yeah, after so April came along. That was when the time when I had to do my how to say, my exams, April to May, June. That was like pretty one of my most stressful times in school, I guess. Reason was because I never had a good history with exams in school. I pretty much failed almost everything, like every test or something, every test we did, every practice exam we did, stuff like that. That's pretty much what happened. And yeah, so then that year I knew I had to try. I knew I had to had a good year to stay in, to at least have a chance of like going to college or something. Because back then I actually wanted to go to college or something like. I think I wanted to study media or something like that. And yeah, so yeah. So during my GCSEs, um, it was I was really stressed. I was so stressed that I had to go to the doctors because I was sick of like studying and stuff. Because still, I did not know how to study, and I didn't know how to like pass my exams right. So yeah, so it was like one of the tough times I had in school. So those 3 months were like arguably one of my hardest months ever of my life, I guess, because no one likes to study, and then especially if you're that type of person who's not even good with studying or something, who's not even good with school, it's just quite unfair, I guess. So then, cut to the chase. The end of July arrived, and then August I went to get my results. Then I pretty much failed everything except for Malay. And Malay I didn't need to revise for because I already know how to speak Malay. So then I knew I could pass it like instantly from the day I did the test. Well, I was angry because I knew that was like pretty much like the hardest I ever revised for a test or like any sort of practice exam thing. Pretty much that was like the hardest I ever studied. And yeah, then I knew that like wow, how the hell did I fail? Was just me just like I was just like quite surprised that I failed because I spent so much hours and dedication, so much blood and tears, man, that I failed. Yeah, that was just like bullshit, man. I was just like bullshit. But then after like few advices from friends, like they said to me like, "Yo, man, you don't need school to like revise and stuff." And I even got like advice from my dad. He didn't do good in school, and then look at where he is now. He has a good job, successful life, and pretty much that's it. So then after that, I took into that motivation, and then he insisted that I should give a test another try, give them another try, even though he knew that I didn't like it. But he just said one more try. I was like, all right, I'll do another try. So then I decided to do maths and science maths and English, not science because I hated science because my tuition teacher made me hate it. He was a dick. And yeah, I decided to do it again. So that means it was like, except this time I knew that I had loads of time because I only had to focus on two subjects. So then I knew I could definitely try past this. So yeah, so then it was a six. It was like quite hardest one of the hardest 3 months of my life. Well, because I really didn't like maths, and then I had to have maths tuition. He was the same guy that I had for doing tuition for my GCSE. So then I knew like okay, I know he'll make me pass. Then pretty much 3 months of that it was just me having shit times, crying, procrastinating, like everything. So yeah, so now cut to the chase to the exam. The day I got to the exam, I was like really nervous because I knew maths wasn't my strongest. Then after I did like the two papers because it requires you to do two papers. I was like, wow, actually did quite good in them. Actually, this is like the first time I actually feel good about that. Then after I got my results, guess what? I achieved a D. Yep, a fucking D. Like I was just like, oh my goodness. But then at that time, I wasn't really that angry because I knew that okay, you know what, maths is not for me. I knew that it's not my type of thing. It's not my cup of tea, I guess. And yeah, so I was just like, screw it. This is not. I'm not doing maths again. Because guess what? Before leading up to the exam, I had to do maths 3 times. And guess what? This was the easiest maths that was available, and I still couldn't even pass it. But different people are different. So next, so I achieved the D, and I was like, forget it. I don't want to do it. So yeah. Then after that, I had to do English. English, I almost passed. I guess I got a D in my GCSEs for language. I didn't want to do literature because I didn't really feel like doing literature. I just wanted to do language because language is the most important one. I almost got a D, so I was like, you know what? I'll give it a try. Then I actually like my tuition teacher for English that she made me achieve the D. So I was like, wow, okay, that's good. So then I was really confident that I achieved the D. Yeah. So pretty much it was just back to the basics. Just try studying as much as you can for the next coming months because they're arguably like one of the most hardest months of your life. Then after that, you could just relax the hell out of it. So after that, after I did my exam, I think I did really good because thanks to my tuition teacher also. who helped me achieve that. Cause she actually achieved me a D, so I was like, knew okay, you know what, I could achieve a C or higher, cause that's a passing grade. So then, I'm still awaiting my results. I think I'm gonna get them today. Today I'm recording the video. I still need to get my results or something. And yeah, so I hope in that one I pass, man. If not, then no problem. So yeah, so what did I? So then now the question is, you guys are wondering. So what did you do after school? Like after you finished school? Well, after I finished school, oh shit, whoa whoa whoa. After I finished school, pretty much I did the jobs, some jobs leading up to my exams and stuff, like preparing for my exams. I was an event organizing company, and yeah, that's what I did for like, because I didn't want to be bored just of studying or something. So then I decided to get a job. Just I did that like I was like for like 3 months or so, and when it's just oh shit, I got killed. More time to speak, yay! Yeah, so I did 3 months because of that of event organizing, and I liked it overall. It was good. Then yeah, that's pretty much what I did, I guess. Now, so for people, I just want to illiterate for people who's like who's in school and who's doing good. If you don't do good in school, it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean the end of your life. You just you just need to you just need to stay positive and just try finding things you like to do as in the future. You just have to find something you're good at, focus on that, and try look into opportunities like that, or you can even go into a vocational course or something which is like in your limits, because you don't want to go through what I've been through, which is like going to school and stuff like that, and having to do exams and stuff like that. Because I know it's tough. Everyone knows it's tough. It's very tough. I get that. So yeah, just try to find something you are, because it's pretty much not the end of the world. If you think it is, then don't. What I suggest you to do is speak to family and friends, see what advice they have. Because I'm sure your family or friends has been through there. And I'm trying to kill this guy. Okay, he's coming out. Boom. Yeah, just speak to family and friends, because I'm sure they'll have opportunities for you to work with them. Like it probably might be something you like, I guess. So yeah, just do that. Then everything from there is gonna work out, and just take your life from there. And just take my advice. Just don't give up with life. Because if you give up, then you're pretty much giving up instantly. Don't give up. Just stay in the positive, and I'm sure you find a good jobs. And don't forget, people like Steve Jobs and something. They left school at 16, and look, he's already like the Apple founder, even though he's dead. Use him as an inspiration to make you go further in life. So yeah, this is me pretty much talking about my school experiences and like a bit of advice for you, for people who's not doing good with school. I feel your pain. I literally feel your pain right now. And yeah, pretty much just stay focused, and don't let anything get in your way. Then I'm sure you'll be fine, and I'm sure you find something that you really like. And yeah, so this has been Lewis the Gaming Night here. Thanks for watching this video. And by the way, this game is called Rainbow Six Vegas 2. And yeah, and I'll see you in my next video. If you like this video and want me to post more of these like how to say motivational videos for people who's not doing that good, please like this video, and then I'll think of more things for you to do. And yeah, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.